There's no way to be a perfect mother, and million ways to be a good one. A quote by Jill Churchill.
And this quote hits so deep for many of us because we carry this invisible weight on our shoulder, this thing called mom guilt that we have all felt at some point of our life. Like the smallest things we do will make us feel guilty, like whether we're preparing dinners, lunches, or even if we're taking 5 minutes out of the day just to take a deep breath.
And the wild part is we feel it no matter what kind of mom we are, the guilt will always find its way in.
It does, because for me, the smallest things literally trigger mom guilt. Like if I'm planning a day out with friends, even if it's for a couple of hours, I feel so guilty leaving Eileen behind because I just feel like, oh my God, I'm torturing her.
And the guilt is so much worse when they're smaller because you feel like they will need you in a smaller age more.
Well, I don't know, because now that Eileen's a little bit older, I feel like it's worse now because she's more aware and she understands better.
Of course, the guilt will always be there, but what I'm saying is now that my son is almost 9, I feel like he can take care of himself more than before. So, and you know what? Mom guilt actually comes from deep love and strong desire to do the best for your kids. And when we can't meet those expectations, we feel like we're failing as moms.
Yeah, it's like when we're preparing their lunch, and if we have to go with like hot dogs for lunch or chicken nuggets or pizza for lunch, I feel like I failed. I feel like I should have prepared well. I should have prepared my meal for the week or like her lunches from way before, and I shouldn't be giving her those things. So it just makes me feel so guilty.
Yeah, I don't give my kids super healthy food every day. Of course, they like to have those hot dogs, pizzas, and the junk food, but I feel guilty when I don't give them super healthy, and I just feel like I need to stop that. And for the rest of the week, I'm like struggling to make them better meals.
I feel like we've been programmed in a way to think that a kid's meal or like even their lunch should be looking all perfect with like the healthy home cooked food options that we have
Lots
to
of
prepare.
veggies.
Lots of veggies, lots of fruits, lots of homemade prepared stuff,
Yeah.
which I know to a point like it's good to do, but if it comes to a point when you don't do it, you feel so bad and you feel so guilty. But food and lunch is not the only one of our worries. We worry about so many things. We have like so many things in our mind that we're always juggling between things.
And when we try to juggle, we feel guilty about that too.
Yeah, like when I'm playing with Eileen and I have things like running in my head, like do I have food like for
Yeah.
tonight? And those things like just take away those moments that I'm spending with her. And sometimes she'll notice. She'll be like, "Mommy, are you listening? Are you paying attention?" And then I feel so
Yeah.
guilty that I'm like there, but I'm not there.
Yeah, because you're physically there, but mentally clocked out.
Yep.
And when you try to be there at the moment, you feel just so exhausted.
I know it's tiring because we have so many things that we worry about, so many things that we think about, and everything that we cannot fulfill, we feel like we failed as a mom. Like it's just never enough. Like what we're doing is not enough. And then to add on top of that, being a working mom or even being a stay-at-home mom, like just constantly feeling guilty that you're doing this versus that.
Yeah, we're told it's one or the other. Like if you're a working mom, you're not spending enough time with the kids, you feel guilty about that too. And then if you're like stay-home mom, you're just like, am I being a good role model to my kids? I should be working or maybe even contributing and financially in the house, so they can have a better life. So you can never win as a mom. You're always feeling guilty about no matter what you do.
True, like as a working mom, I feel so guilty most of the time. So like when Eileen is done school, so when kids come home from school, they're so excited to talk about their day, how their day went, who they played with, and what they did. Sometimes, because I work till 5 o'clock, so and I work from home some days, right? Sometimes she'll be coming home, but I have to attend a meeting, so like she's all excited, but I have to like tell her to be quiet, or like leave my office, or I leave the office just so I can attend the meeting. You know how much that breaks my heart each time? Like it
Yeah,
makes me emotional even talking
that
about
hits
it.
hard because at that moment you're choosing work, but we forget that you're doing that also for her and your family. So, it's like you feel guilty, but you're also actually being a role model,
See, that's the
showing
thing.
her
The
being.
reality is, yeah, we are, contributing financially. We are building a future for this family, for
Yeah.
her. But at that moment, I feel like I'm taking
Yeah.
away a part of her childhood that I'll never get back. She'll grow up, she'll go her way, and I'll be my way, and I'll regret that I didn't enjoy every single moment of her childhood. And then
Yeah.
sometimes, like, if I want her to be quiet so I can attend my meeting, I actually ask her to just watch TV. And then that's another guilt on top of it because now I'm being a bad mom telling her to watch TV and letting her watch screen for like 30
Yeah.
minutes straight.
Or letting them watch TV when you're doing housework or want to take a 5 minutes break to be on your phone, that's another guilt. You feel like, oh, am I being a lazy mom? Am I not spending enough time with them instead of like spending time? I'm doing my own thing and I'm letting them watch TV just so they're like quiet for a little bit. And you know what's the worst? When family, friends, like parents throw in their comment, try to make you feel guilty about the things you have done because
Yeah.
they didn't do it that way. That is like
It's like, you'll always hear something, whether it's like you going back to work early. We would love to take the maximum
yeah,
we can to
yeah,
spend time with our kids because they're so little. We want to be there for them.
yeah,
But you know what? Financially, not everyone has the luxury of taking 12 months or
absolutely.
18 months or
Yeah,
longer time off or be a stay-at-home mom. But you'll hear people just come in and throw comments like, oh, your baby's only 1 year old and you're going back to work. Like, excuse
that's
me,
the
do
worst.
you, like, you don't understand people's financial
Yeah,
situation. Like, let them do what's best for their family. But those
exactly.
comments keep coming. It's always about how we did it versus how you're doing it, and our way is apparently like the
And
wrong
making
way.
you feel
It's like
guilty.
suddenly everyone has their PhD in parenting.
Yeah.
Like,
And then there is a social media that adds to the mom guilt.
when you open your
Yeah.
screen and all you're seeing is like these perfectly put together moms who have their houses that are spotless. They do
Oh
their
God.
morning workouts.
Yeah.
They're preparing meals for their kids to a point that they're actually making cereal from scratch. I've actually seen this mom who came and
Cereal
she's like,
from scratch.
today my kids were craving
Wow.
Fruit Loop cereal, so I'm going to make it for them. And then she starts making it, and I don't even remember the recipe. I
Wow.
don't think I'd ever make that anyways, but like it just makes you feel like, wait, like I'm not doing enough. Am I a good mom?
But we don't see the chaos behind the camera. We don't see the
The reality.
arguments, the reality. We just think that, oh my God, they're doing it perfect.
Yeah, because what you see on the screen makes you feel like that's just the perfect way and that's how it should be, and what you're doing is not the right way or like enough way.
And it's so exhausting trying to keep up with the standard that isn't even real. So as a mom, we just got to do what we think is the right and the best for our kids.
We have to understand and recognize that motherhood can be messy, can be chaotic, and can be
100%.
imperfect. Like it doesn't need to be perfect. And that's the beauty of motherhood, and that's the beautiful life that you're living with your kids, and your kids will remember.
What really matters is being there, showing up, being their safest place. That's all they remember. They won't remember your guilt that you were secretly carrying inside you.
What we try to do as parents or as moms is try to overcome this guilt. So, is there a way to overcome this mom guilt?
Honestly, I don't think you can ever overcome mom guilt. That is the hard truth. But what you can do is live with it in a healthier way and don't let it affect you so much.
We have to understand where it's coming from. So, we don't just erase it, we just understand it.
We shouldn't let the mom guilt drown us. Instead, we should use it as a signal to reflect, pause, and reset.
And the next time that little voice comes in your head and says to you, like, am I doing enough? Or you're just questioning yourself or your choices, let's challenge it. Let's think about it more, and think about whether you're hearing those little voices and feeling the guilt because really that is the truth, or is it's just you're being too harsh on yourself. And sometimes we need to take it easy on ourselves. Or sometimes just even saying it out loud to yourself that you are doing enough and that's enough for you today.
Let's remember perfectionist doesn't exist. You're doing great as a mom. There is no perfect mom.
Yeah.
And what really matters is like the love, the effort, and showing up.
And sometimes just being there for your kid when they need it the most and just doing what's right for them. So if you're listening in, just remember that you're not alone in feeling this way, and you're not feeling this way because you're failing. You're feeling this way because you love, you care, and you are a good mom. You're a great mom. You guys are doing amazing, and we've all been there. We're all in this journey together.
We are here for you. We feel you. We see you. And together we can all learn from each other.
And before we go, tell us what's one thing you have struggled with mom guilt and how you overcame that.
So please drop your comments below because you're not alone in this.
And remember this, besties, we are in this together and we have got each other. So we'll see you on our next episode on Bestie Vibes Podcast. Until then, have a good one.